guys, I'm one of your ates from SIPNAYAN and I'm here to teach you ratio and proportion. So let's start our lesson by defining what ratio is. So ratio is a value that indicates how many times one number contains another. It is a comparison of values. So tatandaan lang natin na ratio is a comparison of values. To understand this, let's have an example. So Anna placed 8 oranges and 3 apples in a bowl. Kung gusto mo na i-compare yung number of oranges to apples, we will use ratio. So, ang hahanapin natin is ratio of oranges to apples. So, let's list our given. We have 8 oranges to 3 apples, which is simply 8:3. So, kailangan nyo i-note na itong symbol na to that is read as is 2. So, kung may ratio tayo na 3, yung sign na yon 4, we read this as 3:4. So, let's have more examples. Mimi bought 3 eggs and 4 candies. What is the ratio of egg to candies? So, we should note na mauna yung egg bago yung candies. Ilagay natin ulit yung given natin. We have 3 na eggs, 4 na candies. So, ang ratio ng egg to candies natin ay 3 eggs is to 4 candies, or simply 3:4. Next. Bob needs to build a box. To build one, he needs 4 nails and 7 wood. What is the ratio of wood? So, inote nyo na mauna si wood to nails. So, ang given natin, we have 4 na nails, 7 na wood. So, we write yung ratio as 7 na wood to 4 na nails, or simply 7:4. So, yun lang yun. Next, let's move on to fractions. So, a fraction represents a part of a whole, or more generally, any number of equal parts. So, examples of fractions are 1/3 or 1/3, 1/4 or 1/4, 1/2 or 1/2. So, ano bang relate ng fractions sa ratio? Kasi, ratio and proportions ang lesson natin today, di ba? So, ang ratio, pwede natin silang i-express in fraction form. So, let's have some examples. A pizza was cut into 8 pieces, where 3 pieces were eaten. So, kinain daw yung 3 piraso ng pizza. 3. Pag isusulat natin yung ratio ng nakain na pizza dun sa hindi, we will have ilan na hindi na nakain. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So, we have 3 na eaten na pizzas is to 5 na uneaten, or we can write that in fraction form as 3/5, or 3/5. Next, let's have itong hearts natin. We have 1 na orange heart, then 3 na green. Pag isusulat siya sa ratio, we have 1:3, and in fraction form, we have 1/3 or 1/3. Then, yung candies ni Ana kanina. So, kanina, sabi, we have 3 eggs and then 4 na candies. Yung nakuha natin na ratio is 3:4. Pag gagawin natin fraction yan, we have 3/4. Next is proportion. So, a proportion is a statement that says 2 ratios are equal. So, tandaan natin na it says 2 ratios are equal. So, sa proportions, we have 2 methods to solve it. We're going to present each. First, we're going to use factors ng given na ratio. So, we'll make use of fractions and what we call GCF. So, aware naman kayo dun. Or, mas simple, lowest term. So, ito yung example natin. We have 3:4 is equal to 6:8. Sulat natin siya in fraction form, which is 3/4 is equal to 6/8. Pag titignan mo pa lang siya, may makikita ka ng pattern. And that is 3/4 times 2 mo yung numerator and denominator is equal to 6/8. Kukunin natin yung GCF nitong mas malaking number. So, 6/8, kukunin natin yung GCF ni 6 and 8. And that is 2. Pag nakuha na natin, we divide yung numerator and denominator by 2. So, 6 divided by 2 over 8 divided by 2. So, we get 6 divided by 2 is 3 over 8 divided by 2 is 4. Which is, yon, same siya dito. So, ibig sabihin, dahil pareho, sila ay proportion. Kasi ang proportion, two ratios are equal. So, another method is means and extremes. So, sa means and extremes, we will just multiply yung values ng nasa ratios natin. And you should note na ang i-multiply natin is yung outer and then inner. So, ang itsura niyan, outer, inner. Yung nasa labas, tapos yung nasa loob. So, first, 3 times 8 is equal to 8, 16, 24. And then, 4 times 6 is equal to 24. So, pag ganyan ang lumabas, pareho na number, ibig sabihin, yung dalawa mong ratio ay proportion. So, lagi niyong tatandaan na ang proportion, ibig sabihin niya ay dalawang ratio na equal. So, example ulit. Is 2:3 and 6:9 a proportion? So, let's use means and extremes. 2:3 is equal to, since proportion ang sinasabi nga, gusto niya equal sila, 6:9. So, outer, 2 times 9 is equal to 18. Inner, 3 times 6 is equal to 18. So, 18 sila pareho, ibig sabihin equal sila, which means na proportion sila. Next, let's have some figures. So, we have itong tatlo nating heart na iba-iba ang kulay and then itong 6. So, ang gusto natin is kuhanin yung ratio and proportion nila. So, i-assume natin na proportion sila. So, ibig sabihin equal sila. First, kuhanin natin yung ratio ng 3 hearts natin. So, that is 1 orange heart is to 2 green hearts. Then, itong 6 nating hearts, we have 2 orange hearts is to 4 green hearts. Pag gagawin, yan na yung ratio nilang dalawa. Ngayon, gagawin natin silang proportion, we just equate them. So, 1 is to 2 is equal to 2 is to 4. And that's it. Yan na yung proportion nila. Then, ito na dalawa, yan yung ratio. So, yan. Next, proportions is maraming forms. We have direct proportion, inverse proportion, and partitive proportion. Bawat isa niyan is may different ways ng pag-solve. So, depende sa problem, you can identify kung ang gagawin mo ay direct, inverse, or partitive. So, kailangan intindihin nyo ng mabuti yung problem para tama yung magamit nyo. First, let's have direct proportion. It states that one value increases, tapos mag-i-increase din yung other value. So, if we have a ratio na A is to B, pag nag-increase si A, ibig sabihin mag-i-increase din si B. Yun ang direct proportion. So, let's have some example ulit. Lisa bought chocolates and candies. The ratio of her chocolates to candies is 3 is to 4. If she has 12 chocolates, how many candies does she have? So, we should note na Yung ratio ng chocolate to candies is 3:4. Ngayon, meron siyang 12 na chocolate. Ang nawawala is yung candies niya. So, yung number of candies, we will write it as n sa equation natin. So, dahil proportion siya, i-equate natin siya. 3:4 chocolates is to candies is equal to 12 chocolates is to n candies. Sa direct proportion, gagamit tayo ng means and extremes natin. So, ibig sabihin na to, i-multiply natin yung outer and then inner. So, first, 3 times n is equal to 3n, and then 4 times 12 is equal to 48. So, equate natin yan. Brain muna natin to. 3n is equal to 48. Ngayon, ang gusto lang natin kuhanin ay si n. So, kailangan natin siyang i-isolate, and we will do that by dividing the whole equation by 3. So, pag dinivide natin siya ng 3, makakancel ito. Pagiging n is equal to 48 over 3, which is 48 divided by 3. Pag na-simplify, it's 16. So, we have n is equal to 16. So, ang ibig sabihin yan, pag may 12 candies si Lisa, pag may 12 chocolate si Lisa, meron naman siyang 16 na candies. Next, inverse proportion. Sa inverse proportion naman, pag nag-increase yung isang value, yung isa magde-decrease. So, if we have A is to B, pag tumaas si A, si B naman ay bababa. So, ang common na application nito sa real life ay work problems. So, syempre, kunyari, 3 kayo na gumagawa ng assignment and matatapos niyo siya in 1 hour. Ngayon, pag 6 kayo, syempre, mas mabilis niyo siya matapos. So, yung 1 hour magiging, 30 minutes na lang. So, nung tumaas yung number ng tao na gumagawa ng assignment, bumaba yung time na kailangan para matapos na siya. So, example ulit. 6 cows can drink 2 gallons of water in 1 hour. How long would it take 3 cows to drink the same amount of water? So, this is a work problem. So, expect natin na ang gagamitin natin ay inverse proportion. Ibig sabihin, si cow na 6 nung naging 3 na lang yung cows, ibig sabihin bumaba siya. Yung time is tataas. So, we expect an answer na mas mataas sa 1 hour. Let's solve this. Pwede na natin i-disregard yung 2 gallons since constant naman siya. Ibig sabihin, pareho yung amount ng water na iinumin ng 6 cows and 3 cows. Ang kailangan lang nating tandaan sa problem na to ay yung number ng cows and then kung gaano siya katagal. 6 cows is to 1 hour is equal to 3 cows is to n hours. So, yung nawawalang hours natin is i-denote natin as n. Hindi tayo gagamit ng means and extremes. Iba ang gagamitin natin. Gagawin natin dito, i-multiply lang natin yung values na nasa same side ng equation. So, ito, same side, same side. So, 6 times 1 is equal to 6. 3 times n is equal to 3n. Ayan na siya yung proportion niya. Ngayon, si n lang ang gusto nating makuha. Paano natin siyang i-isolate? So, pareho kanina, we divide the whole equation by 3 para makancel to. And we get n is equal to 6 over 3 or 6 divided by 3 which is 2. So, ibig sabihin, kung yung 6 cows, nauubos nila yung water in 1 hour, kung 3 lang yung cows, mauubos nila yung water in 2 hours. So, nung bumaba yung cows, tumaas yung time na kailangan para maubos yung water. And that is inverse proportion. Lastly is partitive proportion. It involves classifying parts of a whole based on a given ratio being divided or distributed into 2 or more unequal parts. So, sa separative proportion naman, we will classify yung parts of a whole depende sa given na ratio. Let's have some example para mas maintindihan. A jar contains 30 green and yellow candies. So, ibig sabihin, yung total na meron sa jar is 30 candies. Yung ratio daw ng green to yellow is 2:3. So, pag meron tayong 2 na candies na green, we have 3 yellow candies. Ang hinahanap niya ay kung ilan ang yellow candies. To solve this, kailangan muna nating ibigay yung mga gagamitin natin na values para sa equation natin. And that is 2n para sa number of green candies, and then ito, 2n, and then 3n para naman sa number of yellow candies. Tapos, 30 para sa total. Gilid natin siya. Tandaan nyo lang yan. Sulat na natin siya. Ngayon, 2n plus 3n is equal to 30. So, bakit ganyan yung itsura ng equation natin? Kasi, pag yung green natin plus yellow, pinag-add, ang total daw niya, sabi sa given ay 30. 30 daw yung buong number ng candies na nasa loob ng jar. So, 2n plus 3n is equal to 5n. Then, equal daw yon sa 30. Ngayon, si n lang ang kailangan natin. We divide the whole equation by 5 para makancel ito. Then, we will get n is equal to 30 over 5, which is 30 divided by 5 or simply 6. Ngayon, hindi nag-end dyan yung problem natin. Yan is value lang ng n. Kailangan natin makuha is value ng yellow candies. So, sabi sa nilista natin kanina, yung yellow candies is 3n. So, ang mangyayari dyan, 3 times n, which is 6, is equal to 3 times 6, and then 6, 12, 18, 18. So, ibig sabihin, we have 18 yellow candies sa jar. Ngayon, ilan yung green? Ang gagawin mo na lang dyan, 30 minus 18 is 12. So, we have 12 green candies. And that ends our discussion. Thank you for listening. Then, you should watch the next video for more guides on solving problems using ratio and proportion.